First off, thank you for agreeing to do a short interview with us.
You are so welcome.
Are you a tourist?
I am a tourist.
Where are you from?
I'm from Australia.
Where are you from?
I'm from Paris, France.
Where are you from?
From Washington State, United States. Easier to say Seattle.
And is this your first time coming to Japan?
It is in fact my first time, yeah.
Okay, amazing. Why did you choose to come to Japan?
I've been traveling based on whatever the cheapest flights are, and I've never been to Japan, so I thought, why not?
How long have you been in Japan so far?
2 months now.
How long will you be staying for?
3 more months, so 5 in total. Yeah.
Are you doing like a language program or something, or study abroad?
Internship, actually, yeah.
Wait, where are you working?
In a design and architecture studio.
Nice, and you're still in school in Paris?
Yeah.
And studying architecture there?
More design, but yeah, basically architecture.
And this is your first time in Japan?
Yeah, very first.
Specifically wanting to come to Japan, or this is just one of like many options that seemed interesting?
No, I really wanted to go to Japan, yeah, forever.
What started your interest in Japan?
First off, maybe food, but all the cultural and especially the aesthetics in the field I'm in, so.
What are the pros and cons of Japan, you think?
I haven't really seen bad things so far, only good things, to be honest. But I would say, yeah, maybe it's, at least Tokyo is very crowded. And so you have to get used to it, even more than Paris, I think. And for all the good things, it's just so peaceful in a way. And the food, the people, very nice, very kind and stuff.
I absolutely agree. I feel the same things. Can you give us your impression of Japan, but in your language, in French?
Je pense que c'est un pays qui est beaucoup plus riche que ce qu'on pense et qui a des ressources inattendues. Donc il faut venir pour vraiment se rendre compte.
You said this is your first time in Japan?
Yeah, first time in Japan.
What are your impressions of it so far?
So far, I love it. I mean, I've only experienced Tokyo. I haven't hit anywhere outside of it, but it's got all the things I love. Good music, nice people, great food, and good fashion.
The fashion part is important for you?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, dude. I think Japanese fashion is so sick. Like, if I had thousands, I would just change my entire wardrobe.
So over the period of your trip here, you're going to slowly adjust your wardrobe, you think?
Yeah, I bought this from a thrift shop. Like, it's easier if you go outside of Tokyo. I went to, I don't know where, but like an hour and a half away from here, and I found this for like 600 yen.
I did the same thing. This is also from a thrift store.
You know,
this is 1,000.
And it's Polo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's Ralph. Come on.
What are some different Asian stereotypes between like Japanese, Koreans, and Chinese?
Everybody talks about how clean and polite the Japanese are.
Yeah.
People, I guess, stereotypically think the Chinese are always in a rush. They're always busy, more abrupt, more get out of my way, I suppose. And Koreans are more like K-pop dancing fun.
Along these lines, I also hear like Koreans are a lot more stylish. They care a lot more about appearances and makeup and stuff.
True. The Korean boys are like prettier than most Aussie girls.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
I won't comment there. But and then I think Japan. I think I've seen a lot more people just like running for like trains and stuff in Japan. Have you noticed that since getting here?
Yeah, but they do it really quietly. So like if I was running for a train in Australia, I'd be like, oh my god, wait. Here, they're like, they don't make any sound. So they're really polite about it, even when they're in a rush.
Like the differences between Japan, Japanese people, Chinese people, and Koreans.
I haven't been to China or Korea yet, but based on what Japanese people told me about at least Chinese people, is that it's a very different culture in terms of like the way they speak, very loud and more expressive compared to Japanese are like. So I think that's the main difference between Japanese and Chinese, and maybe Koreans as well, but I don't really know, to be honest.
What do you see as the difference between Japanese, Koreans, and Chinese?
I can tell a Korean person from like the eyes and the hair. I can tell a Japanese person from like the shape of their face, you know? And then a Chinese person is like, they're all slightly different tones.
Okay, and how about like how they act instead of how they look?
Japanese people will not talk to you unless you talk to them. Unless you really got a reason to, like no single Japanese person has come up and started a conversation with me. No, not true. One time in the bar, they came up to me and was like, yo, what's up, bro? And then they invited me to drink with their boss. And I'm like, I'm busy, but I appreciate that. Korean people, I feel like they're very forward. Like they'll tell me if I'm doing something wrong. At least my friends back home. And then Chinese, I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't have too much Chinese experience. Chinese people are just fun.
How about Western countries?
I don't know many French people, but I guess it's like stereotypical that they're rude.
I'm from Paris, France.
I don't know. I don't want to say that because I don't know any French people.
No, that's all good. That's okay. Stereotypes.
French people are very talkative, very expressive in the language, which is not really something you find here. And sometimes it's even hard for a French guy like me to understand what really people think. And I know at the beginning, when you would ask people from Japan if they wanted to go out or something, you wouldn't really know if it was truly an honest yes or if they felt like they had to. You have to take it easy, I think. And
How about like Western countries? Like let's say Australian, German, and Americans.
Okay, can we add French in there?
Add French in there too.
Okay, because if they're from Paris, they're probably an asshole. Like that. That's what I've learned. I've met some great French people, but every time they're from Paris, I'm just like, God, you're insufferable. It's crazy.
I'm from Paris, France.
I have a German friend who's often people like misinterpret her for being blunt, and she's not. She's the sweetest person in the world. I guess that's a stereotype that they're quite blunt.
Exactly.
The Germans have been really nice, but they're always like the Germans I've met have like open relationship, always trying to f everything they find. But they're cool. They're really nice. They just try to f everything they find.
Between Americans and Aussies, I suppose stereotypically we're more laid back. But you guys have better food. So like,
Americans are better.
Yeah, bigger, better food, shopping, events, everything's just bigger and better in America.
And the Americans are loud and obnoxious, right?
Yeah, but so are Aussies.
Very expressive again, and maybe more thinking about individuals instead of like a whole community, which is something very strong in Japan, I think.
How do Americans compare to these?
Oh, f Americans, man, they're the worst. Like they think it's all about them. They don't even try to learn other languages. They really think they're number one. And I'm telling you, they're the worst, bro. They're the worst.
This is why you want to leave?
Oh yeah, bro. Well, I don't want to die from a gun shooting. Like that's really what it is. I'd like to walk around at 5 a.m. and feel safe and not get mugged outside of my apartment.
Man, brutal, but I love it.
It's true, bro. It's true.
Anything for Australian?
I've seen only one Australian here, and he was very nice. So the few I've seen from Australians is a bit like Americans, to be honest. Again, very expressive, but in a very, very good way. Very nice.
Like they're very like loud, expressive,
Yeah,
and maybe drink a lot, right?
They do, yeah, but like British, like French, like Americans, like everyone.
Aussies, bro, I love every Australian person I've met so far. They know how to party. They know how to like get down, get drunk, and have a good conversation. There was a girl and a guy in my hostel, and they were just like, I saw them taking some swigs. They go, bro, you want some? I'm like, nah, okay, I'll take some swigs.
Because the stereotypes I hear from Europeans, the British, for example, they're considered to be the obnoxious drunk people of Europe.
Yeah.
And I think Aussies get a little bit of that reputation also, or no?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you fit these stereotypes?
I hope not. No. I'm going to say no.
Among Europeans, how are the British usually viewed, do you think?
More taking care of what you say, like your image in public, and more, educated in a way. Don't really find everywhere in France.
Oh, you have a very positive view towards British. I'm used to Europeans disliking the British.
No, I really like it. I really like them. No, it's very nice, yeah.
How about India?
India, we would be more like reserved, I suppose. Yeah, just really well put together.
Any cultural stereotypes towards Indians?
I have seen a few here, even at work. Yeah, it's very different, I would say, because very expressive. I don't really find any other words, to be honest, but no embarrassment for some things that here might sound not provocative, but like...
Cultural stereotypes of Indian people.
They like to stare at you, man. As far as like eye contact goes, a Japanese person will look at you and you just look at them for like 4 seconds, they'll look away. An Indian person will fucking stare into your soul. But it's hard to outstare them. It's really fun.
Latin countries, the women are really like fiery and like the sexy. I don't know how to describe it, but
I mean,
yeah.
like the Brazilian butt lift, for example, is a thing.
Yeah,
for
like
a
these
reason, right?
beautiful women with amazing eyebrows and really long luscious hair is what I picture. Yeah.
And any of the like Latin American countries?
The loudness, maybe, and but I think something that might be in common is like the family and community aspect, like very group people, I would say.
How about any like Latin American countries?
I haven't met too many Latin Americans here. I've just more met them back home, and I find them to be very open, bro. They're really giving. I was like, should I visit your country? And they go, no, not alone. Don't do it.
It's like too dangerous, is it?
Yeah, because it's too dangerous, but they're really nice. They really love like being in the States, but like if I ask about going down to their place, they're like, nah, just don't.
The Middle Eastern?
I guess similar, quite reserved, more religious, I would think, stereotypically. I have a lot of Middle Eastern friends who do not fit this stereotype whatsoever, but just stereotypically, I suppose.
How about people from the Middle East?
Well, there's a lot of Middle East people in France, for sure. I would say it's kind of like the French people as well. This is the only way I know them, so...
Yeah, how about like Middle Eastern people?
The one dude that I met from Kuwait was so nice. He was honestly probably one of the nicest people I've met. Very giving. He paid for my food when I didn't want him to, and then we went to coffee, so I'm like, bro, I will buy you a coffee, and then he's like, you have to smoke this cigarette. I'm like, I don't want to smoke this cigarette. He's like, no. You have to smoke this cigarette. I'm like, all right. And then we're sitting there, and he's showing me all these currencies, and he's like, take this money. I'm like, bro, it's your money. He's like, no. Take this money. Go home with it. It's a souvenir.
Damn.
He was a legend.
This is gonna go on YouTube afterwards.
Okay,
if you
cool.
want, you can share your Instagram, and people can message you. If they
Oh
wanna
yeah,
make
cool.
friends.
Why not? It's nat.keto, Keato.
Okay, thank you so much
Nice to
for
meet you
interviewing with us,
guys.
Matt.
Yeah,
So-
thank you.
So you're gonna be here for another 3 months, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you interested in making friends with more Japanese people?
I've tried to, yes.
Well, this is a Japanese channel, the YouTube channel. So if you want to try making Japanese friends, you could plug your Instagram if you're interested. If you feel comfortable with that.
Yeah. MXCHRR.
And what's your name?
Max.
Nice. Okay. Max, thank you so much for doing the interview. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Last question. I want to hear more about your lodging for the rest of your Japan trip.
Oh, bro, no plan, no plan. So, like, what you do is you get a pack of cigarettes, you walk into a smoking section, and you just talk to people. So, like, I went to a bar to jam with the band, and you pay 2,000 yen to play, whatever, but I'm gonna smoke in a section beforehand. I just have a pack of cigarettes, I walk up, I just go, lighter? They go, yeah, bro, here you go. And I go, nice hair, bro, and then you just start bullshitting. Fat language barrier using the translation app, and then they're like, yo, this is really fun, you wanna go get drunk? I'm like, oh, I got plans, let's go get drunk on Wednesday. Okay, now I'm getting drunk on them with Wednesday, and they offered me a place to stay, so I extended my trip by a month. Just meet and be nice, be respectful, and look for the cool people. You can kind of tell.
I love it. I love it. That was the last question, but this was so much fun.
Bro.
Thank you for all the stories. This is
Yeah, man.
amazing.
Appreciate it.